When I left the Mormon church, the only thing I wanted to do was to leave it alone and just pretend like it had never been part of my life. I was raised in it from birth, and when I found out as a young adult that the whole thing was very obviously a fraud, I was so embarrassed that I'd been duped and that I believed something so stupid. And so I decided that what I wanted to do was just not talk about it, be clear with my boundaries with friends and family that I was not going to be a member anymore, I was not going to participate. And I had prayed about it so much. And every time I prayed, I received the answer that I needed to leave this church. And it was really important that I got me and my family out of there. I wanted to let extended family and friends just live their lives. And I was really hoping they would respect my decision to also just live my life. But for years, I was harassed by people. I cut people out of my life because they would not stop harassing me because I left the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints church, would not stop harassing me. And it culminated with an in-law blocking me in a room at their house, not allowing me to leave. It was at nighttime. I was already in my pajamas and I was leaving on a plane the next day, so I had nowhere to go. They physically blocked me in a room. People tried to remove them, trying to get them to let me out. They would not. And for half an hour, this person screamed at me because I had left the church, screamed at me, and was awful and horrible to me because I'd left the Mormon church, despite the fact that up until this point, I had been so nice and always answered with, we each have our own beliefs and that's cool, it doesn't work for me. I learned things about the church to make it so I can no longer be a member in good conscience. I prayed about it and the Holy Ghost told me to leave. I told him all the things, okay? And screamed at for half an hour. I was terrified. I was traumatized. It was a horrifying experience. And the only thing that stopped these people from harassing me was me publicly speaking out against the church and saying, here's why I'm not a member anymore. And then guess what? They finally left me the fuck alone. So if anybody else there has recently left the church, don't put up with harassment for years and years like I did. Don't do it. Just come out, say why you're out. Studies have also shown that one of the most effective ways to get other people out of cults is to have people that were part of these high demand religions speak out about their experiences. It is one of the most effective ways to help other people out. And honestly, my experience in the church had a few positive moments. It really did, if we're being completely honest. But there were so many terrible things that happened. And the members would not just let me leave in peace. They wouldn't. They refused, literally for years and years, until I finally spoke out and said, here's actually why I left. And then people were like, oh shit, we shouldn't have woken up the lion. But they did. It was too late.